guys, Wagwan, Wagwan people them. Welcome to another episode of my podcast called To Serve. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good year so far. We're only like 9 days in. I hope you're having a blast of a year so far. And but for me, I started on the year. I started on a booking note. I think I'm in love. I am joking. I'm joking. But it's been a booky few days thus far. But we'll see how the year ends. I'm sure we're on that strong soldiers list for God again this year. But yeah, let's get right into it. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the 5 things I wish I knew as a teenager. Now that I'm in my early 20s. Yeah, these are not the only things. This video could have been longer than it is, but I was like, okay, let me just do 5 for now. However, I might do a part 2 of this one. Yeah. So the first thing, number one, the first thing I wish I knew when I was a teenager is God. I wish I knew God as much as I know Him now. I wish I had this understanding of who God is when I was a teenager, because I've seen God work in my life. I've seen Him provide. I've seen Him protect me and my family. You know, at this point where I'm at with my relationship with God, you can't convince me otherwise. You can come and tell me what you want, but I still believe God is watching me and He's still protecting me. And I think a lot of us, when we are younger and when we're teenagers, we think we think we have time when we can get right with God, or when we can start taking God seriously. And that was one of those people like, when I get to 20 shan, I can start taking my Christianity seriously, or my spirituality seriously. And now I always wonder, like, what more Bakamba, what more if I started taking my praying seriously as I do now, my Bible study seriously as I do now. When I was a teenager, where would I be spiritually? How much of understanding of God would I have? You can't fully get to the point where you know God like He's, But anyways, but when you get a certain level of reading your Bible, understanding and breaking it down before people break it down for you, you begin to really realize that God has been working for you this whole time. So as a teenager, I wish I had taken my spirituality and Christianity as serious. It's raining, guys. Daddy rain, open. I wish I could sing as well. I'm joking. Okay, so number two. Hey, who's number 2? Yeah, what about the page? Number 2, friends. Friends. I'm very, very passionate when it comes to talking about friends. Personally, I think I mentioned this in my previous video about the 5 things I wish I knew before going to school. I believe 85% of the behaviors and habits we possess are from our friends. The ideas we have and some of the things we believe in are from our friends. Because I think our parents do the job of raising us between 0 to 0, from between 1 to like somewhere 14 years. And then from 14 going up, we start picking up like friends on the way, and then they bring things to us, ideas, things they believe in, and the values they hold, and we begin to pick them up because we spend more time with our friends than our parents. And I believe a lot of us are more open with our friends than our parents. If I'm not wrong, it's only now that for some of us, we now live in homes where you're able to share things with your parents. But I wish the time I was coming up, my friends, I can't talk about depression with my dad and all that, but I'm grateful. I can tell my mom right now, like, your mom, I got a missus now, she'll be happy to hear that. However, there's no missus yet. Yeah. So friends, I wish I knew what I know about friends now, because the thing about friends is this. You've heard the saying, you are a product of your friends, and that is very true. That is so so true. I can tell you 100% that the person you are, the behaviors you have, the ideas you have, what you believe in, some of the things you believe in are because of your friends. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to be raw on this one. When it comes to sex, your parents did not teach you about sex. Your friends did. When it comes to alcohol, if you take alcohol, some of you, it's not your dad that made you drink the first time, it was your friend that made you drink the first time. Drugs, it was your friend that made you up. Oh, it's just a don't say so it was your friends and not your parents. So you're a product of your friends, the behaviors, the beliefs, the ideas you have, and some of the things you do, it's because of the friends you had. And I'm going to be a spoiler here, is this. When you're a teenager or you're in high school, the friends you have as you go on won't really be your friends, because some of the friends you have are based off interests. Like, okay, they like Liverpool now, and you like Liverpool, so you guys are friends because you both like Darwin Nunes. Excuse me. Now you guys are friends because you both like Darwin Nunes. But as you get older and begin to have your own visions, your own goals, your own ambition, and the things you want to do, you begin to pick friends based on that. I know some of you have best friends when you're a teenager and all that. Some of those people you call your best friends won't be your best friends anymore. It's just life will happen. I could China or yo, I could Malaysia, why should I ZZ? So there'll be things like that. So what I'm saying is, I wish I knew what I knew about friends right now, and I would have picked my friends as early as possible. Like, yo guys, I'm not saying I had evil or bad friends, but all I'm saying is your friends affect your life. Period. There's no thing that no, you're not you are your friends. So choose your friends wisely. So yeah, that's it on friends. I'll do a whole different video on friends in the future, in the coming ones. Number 3. Number 3 is fitness. Yeesh. I'm right now in my life, I'm basically what they call a gym rat. I love the gym so much. The gym is beautiful. It's an amazing place. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I wish I started my fitness way sooner than I did. I wish I started when I was like 15. Right now, I'll be looking very fit. I wish I did start. Fitness has a lot of benefit, especially the gym. The mental benefits, the sexiness. After you take off your shirt and the fans scream, "Oh my God, look at this six pack!" I'm kidding. Nobody does that, but there's so many health and mental benefit of being physically fit and lifting weights. Personally, I have become mentally stronger than before. I'm much stronger mentally since I started going to the gym. I'm able to deal with bad days better than before. I'm able to deal with adversity better than before because of me stepping into the gym, because that's given me that mental endurance. If I'm able to push in the gym, I can push through a bad day. So I wish I had started working out sooner than later. I hope I also get sexy at some point, so I can be doing videos without my shit, Yeah, so that's number 3. So we jump right into number 4. Number 4 is love. For my love, you can die, see. So here's the thing. When I started this podcast, I promised myself to be vulnerable, open, and honest with my audience. I had a very backward understanding of what love is, you know. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I thought love was like a feeling, you know. When you're with someone, for you to be in love with someone, you have to have that kind of feeling. There has to be like a feeling, you know. You feel, like a feeling, Kadabari that's holding you in love, you know, it has to be there, you know. I had that belief, and it was stuck in me that I have to feel. If I don't feel, then I'm not in love. But as I've gotten older, I've begun to understand that love is a choice. It is a choice. You choose, you know. You choose over and over. I'm not FYI, I'm not a relationship expert or a love expert, but this is my own understanding of love now. I've understood that love is a choice. I could have chosen to text somebody else, but I've texted you. I could have chosen to be with somebody else, but I've chosen you. Even on days where you don't have that kind of feeling, you know, that kind of feeling I was talking about, I'm sure some of you know it. Even on days where you don't have that kind of feeling, you still choose to be with them. You still choose to talk to them. Even on days where you don't want to talk to them, you still choose. You choose somebody without even knowing where they are going sometimes, you know. You still choose somebody even if they don't fully know their potential. You know, you accept and choose somebody as they are. I had someone once say this thing that if you can't love them as they are right now, don't love them at all. You know, so don't love somebody for their potential. Love them as they are in that moment. So I've understood that love is a choice. You choose, and then you keep on choosing and choosing the same person every day, even on bad days, even on days where you people argue. You should keep on choosing them. So I think I get a bit of what love is. It's not a feeling. It's a choice. It's an action. You know, it's an action thing. You know, you do. You also choose and do. So yeah. I wish I understood this a little bit sooner, because if we to what they said of a feeling, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. And then number 5. You can't see me. Number 5, health. Personally, I think there's a difference between health and fitness. I think fitness has to do more with your physical body. And when it comes to health, it includes also your mind. You know, I wish I knew how to protect my mind earlier than now. You know, because as you go through life, there's going to be a lot of negative saying and telling you, and people, there's going to be a lot of negative things you're going to come across. Some of the negative things you are going to come across are going to be from your household. Somebody's going to say something awful about your talents or how you'll never be able to sing, and then it will affect your mind, and for the rest of your life you'll be thinking, I can never sing, but when you can actually sing. I wish I knew how to protect my mind sooner from that kind of negativity. Now I think I have better control of it, and how what I let into my mind, and who can say what they want, and I'll pick. You're making nonsense, you're making a lot of sense. So I've learned how to protect. I'm learning how to protect my mental health at all costs, because we are in a time where you can easily consume negative because of social media. I'm not saying social media is a bad place to be, it's a wonderful place. But when you're on social media, then you fall into the wrong side of social media. There's all these keyboard, we know the keyboard warriors who have a fear of shaming people when they don't actually do anything. It can break you inside your head. So learn to protect your peace, I'd say. Yeah, learn to protect your peace, because your peace has to do everything. Your peace has to do with your mind. So yeah, these are the 5 things I wish I knew. I knew when I was a teenager. Now that I'm in my early 20s, I could have done a bonus round, but I'm not going to do a bonus round for this one. I'll just do a part 2, Nigerian movie. But anyways, I hope you have learned one thing or two. Bless.